keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is some badass YouTube broadcasting album on land, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tony C. This is Shot from the Point. I got Jeff on point, Matt behind the glass, and Nick. You haven't done an episode in a minute.
It's been a while. I usually just show up when I want.
So here's the thing. I don't want to push, but you're more than welcome to comment, Jeff. And I don't know how much you know about, but I
don't know anything. I see this.
I've mentioned in the past, no djwheat, no Shot from the Point. When I was in the final years of my prior marriage, I listened to djwheat obsessively. He had 3 podcasts a week. One of them was called Live on 3, and that's what got me into esports and started making me think, man, like esports is like a really viable thing. I think this is something that could really happen. It wasn't just a pipe dream for somebody with Nintendo Power in the 1980s. It's something I really believed in, and I just felt like, I always wanted to do Howard Stern, but I didn't have the tools. Right. But I sort of understood how we broadcasted. So I was like, I could do that. So when my wife got smart and left me, I started slowly putting together Shot from the Point. It was a big inspiration. Unfortunately, around that time, Wheat had completely switched to the next big thing that's going to take everything over, Starcraft 2. And then Dota happened. And that was it. Then Wheat ended up going to Switch. Thanks to Anacore, $25 on the top. Nice Apex, big you nerd. That was one of the best topics I found in a long time. And I'm going to I'm going to really look for stories like that in the future that have nothing to do with the salt, and at least leave the salt part out. Thank you so much. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So, I didn't know this, but I seem to remember we talking about Destiny, and I hadn't told you this, Nick, in fairness, in a high esteem just before. So once the divorce happened, I just didn't have the stomach to do it. One of the things that my I've never said this before.
Oh boy.
My ex-wife they put a bunch of rotten things about who you are when you get a divorce. Ball boy, thanks for becoming a member. I do appreciate that. She wrote that I was training to become a professional gamer. Now, while I don't think there's anything wrong with that, I was a soldier, and I had no aspirations to become a professional gamer. I followed esports like anybody would follow the Rangers or anything of that nature. I got the MLG stuff, and I watched that, and I really enjoyed that. And here I am, a father. I'm 34 years old, and she's saying I have to deny. No, I'm not a professional gamer. And then my wife would say, "You own a computer and 3 consoles." But that does. It was humiliating to me to have to fucking deny that in front of other people in German. It was really.
They just take one look at your gameplay and be like, "Yeah, this is not."
That's what I should have done. This is bullshit. Look at my Quake Live play. Exactly. And look, like that's what I said, like Slasher, Sir Scoots, djwheat, huge influence, and one of the first. I don't know if he remembers or not. One of the first person I thanked when Beta took off was djwheat, and I remember you're the reason I'm here, and he was like, okay. That's what he wrote back in the tweet. It was so funny. I didn't care because I so wanted him to know that he inspired me. Now, something happened.
Like your interaction with Cena.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, exactly.
Like every celebrity.
Every celebrity
ever had.
I was. I'm about ready to tell a story about Andy Melanakis that went like south really quick, really soon.
Oh God!
I'm not ready to tell it yet, but there was an incident in the DMs where I'm thoroughly embarrassed.
Break glass win. Got it.
There you go. You want to hang out with us, buddy? All right, go ahead. There you go. Yeah. Okay, hang out. Tommy C's cat's here to watch the show. All right. And
I'm watching cat videos.
So there's this big hot tub controversy. And look, you guys know I'm libertarian minded for the most part. I don't care what you do. I don't care if girls sell their bodies. But there is some question whether it's against Twitch. I don't think even that much of a question. There is a question.
It probably is. It's probably against Twitch TOS.
Yeah, and I don't. It's like this. Like Destiny gets banned for showing a censored picture of Hunter Biden because it's Hunter Biden.
Oh no, it's even worse.
Yeah.
He got banned for something he couldn't even control. So he told the person, please don't put anything on screen or anything like that, because she was like a boomer or whatever. It doesn't use Discord at all. Had to make it just to be on the stream because he met her.
Nick? Did water get me?
On like through the camera.
All right. There was a big
and it was
pause.
like pixelated. You couldn't even see it.
Nick, you dropped out. You dropped.
You dropped out.
Everybody dropped out for a second. It was something. Water got us. Start again. Nick.
Yeah, water just fucking DDoSed our stream. Yeah, so basically what happened was there was a panel and stuff like that, an IRL panel, and Destiny disagreed with somebody, so he offered her to come on the podcast. She's like a super normie, doesn't use Discord, didn't know what was going on, and he tells her, please don't show any videos or anything like that, because like Twitch is, Twitch. So unprovoked, like 10 minutes after he says this, she pulls out an image of Hunter Biden naked or whatever on a threesome with the girls or whatever, like revenge porn, and like slams it into the camera. It's like pixelated. Nobody even can see what it is or anything like that. And that's a 30 to potential permanent ban.
I mean, it's utterly ridiculous. And we know that it's because of Destiny's recent statements about what happened in Wisconsin. And these girls do these hot tub streams, and while they're not inherently against Twitch terms of service, Wheat does explicitly say that you can be in a hot tub, you can be in a bathing suit, but you can't be sexually explicit. These hot tub streams are sexually explicit. These girls are doing whatever they can, and me personally, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't think you even care, Nick, if that's the way they're making money. I
think for the most part, people are actually overselling what. At one point, I was watching it with somebody last night on stream, and like, oh my god, she just moaned, and I'm like, she moaned?
Come on.
She was getting in the water and went, oh, that's hot. Are you kidding me? It's a hot tub, dumb fuck. Like, I think people are looking to get even more angry about something that's already like not as problematic as they're making it.
Could happen when you get into cold water.
The problem is what it's always is with Twitch. The problem is the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately, my hero djwheat keeps up. So my argument was this, and my argument was this: djwheat got sucked into Twitch. All right, he's only a year younger than me, and even Destiny said, "What did Wheat draw the shortest straw?" And he had to defend the hypocrisy. And you don't think that's way. You think that he's a fucking phony Twitch corporate heaven bitch, I guess, right? That's
I pretty much think that. For the most part, these people don't comment on bans. Any Twitch staff usually doesn't. I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to, but you can check me on that one.
Sure.
So it was interesting when he's around the same time he's saying like hot tub streams are okay or whatever. I think someone said like, I'm gonna go stream some softcore porn, and then like he said, okay, good luck with that and stuff like that. He's like dunking on Destiny's ban. Like, why is Destiny banned? Oh, he must have lost a debate. Or why is Destiny banned or whatever? And, let me guess, this community is going to start sending me 9-year-old clips again.
So you're talking about a clip that I was actually unaware of till yesterday, where that according to, I guess according to was the beginning of a harassment campaign or something like that. And I have it right here, but I didn't see it 100% the same way that you did. This is Destiny talking about with another guy that's kind of a douchebag. I remember this show. It's called Inside the Game. This is going to be Wheat's big ticket for a podcast. He was jumping on this game. Then Dota happened. Then what was the other game that happened?
You have to give this the proper context. You really have to.
Okay, all right, no, help me out. Help me out here. Go ahead.
You really have to, because this is actually hilarious.
Okay.
So, like, if you guys aren't familiar with Starcraft 2, it was an esport, right? A lot of people played Starcraft 2. It was great. Yeah. These are some of the biggest Starcraft 2 streamers at the time and stuff like that. Yeah. Notice that you probably can't name any of them except for djwheat anymore, and that's because of this conversation. Destiny was of the belief that just switch games. The game's dying. Blizzard isn't helping us. They're not giving us the features that we want. Just switch games into something else. And these guys were like, we're going to use our star power because Blizzard won't help us, and we're going to keep the game alive ourselves. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the argument and stuff like that. They're mad at him because he's going to sell out and go to a different game when he was doing this competitively. And by the way, Destiny always had a stigma against him because they thought he was a popular streamer and not a very good esports player.
If I remember correctly,
like very comparable to Optic Nade Shot.
All right. I knew you were going to go there. I knew you were going to fucking go there.
Okay. Let me defend Wheat a little bit here. If I remember correctly, I literally, it's funny, like 10 years later, I would actually end up talking to the guy. Destiny was really the only American that could hang. It was such a differential between the nations, like South Korea. There's very few Americans, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, Destiny was probably one of the best of the bunch. But even being the best in it's like being the best in chess in America. You're not going to hang with the Russians or the Ukrainians or anybody in that eastern part of Europe. It's like they have it locked down. It's like skiing with the Swedes. It's hockey with the Canadians. He was the best one in a country that didn't produce a lot of StarCraft stars. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's and I remember we promoting him in that manner and saying that he was really good and he had a chance. And if I remember correctly, when StarCraft really took off, or really was pushed, because it died rather quick. I mean, StarCraft is talked about all through 2009 and 10, and it was over by 12. And here it is, October 24th. It was pretty much over by this point. And then Dota came, and then what's League of Legends, and that was the end of StarCraft 2. I mean, I don't even know how much money he could make in a tournament right now. But we put all his chips in one basket, thinking this is going to be the next big thing. Concentrated on inside the game more than the podcast I used to like. Got a divorce, fucking lost touch with the guy, right? So
I think that gives us a good angle in here. I think that kind of explains what's about to happen.
Okay, look, I still love Wheat, and I'm not going to start loving Wheat, but here we go. But I have a little more insight on what the show was like. But here we go. Here it is.
It's way better than the current version.
But that doesn't matter. Better. Much better. You're the one who's actually trying to defend Blizzard here. Like, we're all saying that they fucked up and they're not going to fix it. So stop hoping for them to fix it and try and focus on the things that we can actually do.
If we can't hope for Blizzard to do anything, then it's time to just switch fucking games, because the audience of this game will only continue to dwindle.
Stop being a part of this community then. You should go play LoL. We are going to play this game and we're trying to make it as good as possible, because Blizzard's not going to do shit, so we're going to.
Well, is there a way? Okay,
shut the fuck up.
So instead of first off, we don't need to get into.
That's a little bizarre, even for this show. Like, I mean, Wheat's laughing, but this guy. I mean, that's not who. We didn't say that to fucking Destiny. This guy E.G. Hydra is out of line. I admit, for a normal fucking conversation.
Get out of our community.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I can't. Oh, fuck yourself. But look, and by the way, I tend to agree with Destiny on this particular issue. And
it's hard not to. The game fucking died. I don't know who any of those guys at the bottom of the screen are.
The game died. It's dead. It's not a real esport anymore. It's bottom of the barrel esports.
Yeah, it seems pretty logical to me why he would move. I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, he was. I think the way look, they were going to try to do it work with Blizzard. Destiny wanted to make it better by threatening to walk. All right, and you got to remember, the first StarCraft was a dominant. Is really, if you really look at StarCraft, like the first model, it was the template for all other esports to come forward, because they had real professionals in South Korea doing it. If I remember correctly, we did a whole year shoutcasting over there. You made some pretty good money out there. So yeah, they're really hoping this is not going to fall apart. And I think they have two different ideologies on how to deal with the Blizzard problem. This guy Hydra's kind of a douche, I have to admit.
What are ways that we as the community, like Greg made a good point, we're diehard about the community, we support the community 100%. What are ways we can get together and maybe influence Blizzard to help make some of these changes actually happen, as opposed to just...
I just saw something. Hydra got a high five for telling Destiny.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I just noticed that now. That guy's a douchebag.
Giving us the runaround. Oh, multiple name changes is coming. Oh, you know, the chat channels are coming. And like Destiny said, 2 years later, here we are. And, you know, how hard can that be to put
I think I just realized actually what we're going to do. This is the plan, okay? We continue to do nothing and wait, and eventually all of the Korean players are going to be switching over to LoL because Korea is huge on that shit now. And then once they switch over, people like Idra and In Control can go back to winning tournaments. I think that's the plan. I love you guys.
That's exactly what happened. They all went to LoL. That's exactly what happened.
Very much. Peace out.
Oh wow!
I hate we had to go down that fucking road.
What happened?
You guys asked for it.
You know what? That was such a fucking pussy ass bitch cop out. I can't even fucking. Yeah, that's right. I'm wearing fucking pajama pants because I had to stand up for how fucking lame that actually.
I will say this, Nick. It's lame to hang up. That is kind of a pussy move, and this is Wheat's act. This is what he did.
You think it's lame to hang up if people are just sitting there repeating the same shit over and over again, dude?
I think
if they're just gonna circle jerk,
knowing what I know about Destiny,
gotta fix the community.
Knowing what I know about Destiny now, and the fact that he's talked down to people like that in the same manner, yeah, I think it's kind of a pussy move to hang up. I think it's funny. I think you should just stay in there and just, you know, if they're gonna say, why don't you shut the fuck up? Why don't you then stay in there and keep fighting it out. Yeah, I think it is lame to hang, and I don't blame Wheat at all. And I know Wheat is going into DJ Wheat mode. Is this any different than some of my shit I have done? No, it's not.
Yeah, but your shit isn't like so obviously provably false 5 years later that it's embarrassing to look back on. No, like if you gave one of these rants about how I don't know, Mini Lad could never be a pedophile, I would be going back and just shitting all over you. Like, that's hilarious. If you were like this confident that your game wasn't going to die, I'd be making fun of you.
Fair enough. Hindsight's 20/20, but I don't think he's being sore here. I think he's upset, not about what so much he said. Like, look, the guy insulted you, you insulted back, and now you hung up like a bitch. I think that's all this act's about. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to defend Wheat because I love Wheat.
What?
Mm-hmm.
How
at least we can go back to winning as opposed to imagine what it's like.
That shit was!
Yeah, back then we said the N-word, whatever the fuck we want, and faggot, and all sorts of other fucking words. You know, I think that's what, it was a different world back then.
I can't believe it!
Wait a minute. Wheat never said the N-word. I don't want to get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
God!
The part that I don't get, if this is just shock shit and he's not personally affected by it, I mean, we'll get into it, but like, then why bring it up? I mean, for the most part, this was 8 years ago. Do you think the core of Destiny's audience even knew who this guy was?
I didn't even know this happened, and I was a Wheat fan. So
I mean, there's like one post on the Destiny Reddit of people being like, "I've been here for 6 years. I've never even heard of this guy."
I can. Well, he went to Twitch and got real quiet, and he wasn't DJ Wheat anymore. You know, I mean,
it's weird that he brought it up though. It's like, they're gonna bring up that one clip of me yelling or something like that. It's just like,
I don't know if I have I don't know if I have a logical explanation for that. I don't. And we'll get into that clip and you know more when he's talking about. But I can honestly say everything here is 100% normal. First of all, we didn't talk to Destiny like that. This guy Idra did, and you know, it's like you said. I remember In Control. I remember him. You're right on that point, but it's just, I don't know. Like, we went to, like, look, I don't think he's a bitch. I think he sold out. All right? I think there's a big, big difference.
Yeah, you'd have a hard time arguing if he sold out or not. I just found another clip that's going to be brutal at the end of this conversation.
All right, well, let's go. Yeah, I'll put that other clip on, but let's put on the clip that came out yesterday. I guess he was taking a lot of shit for his hot tub stance. And this is where Nick's got me like dead to rights. There's you know what? I'm glad we didn't fucking dye his hair. Fuck that shit, dude. You know, I don't dye my hair either. He just went gray and fucking dealt with it. So this is some of the most embarrassing shit I've fucking ever seen.
Is that getting harassed by this creator's community is something that has happened since 2012. Literally.
Oh my god.
I already hate this.
I won't go into too much detail, but I will say that
chat's seeing it. Pause for a second. This is the same guy. This guy went from like Fred Durst to your math teacher in like 8 years.
8 years.
He looks like a true crime novelist.
Dude, I hit this guy like a freight train.
Like I still think he's doing.
Dude, he got demolished so hard in that conversation it aged him 10 years.
He didn't even get demolished. He didn't say anything. Hydra got demolished. Well, he got demolished in the sense that Destiny was 100% fucking correct. But
yeah, just that small little detail.
But now he's like a
that
big
happened all the way back
crybaby.
then was really, really bad.
Oh God, that's not the weed I know. No, the weed I know is the guy that's on the other. That's not the guy I know. It was really bad, dude. He used to fucking, it's like back in the old days, you just said shit and it landed where it landed. You didn't like say, okay, I'm gonna take my audience and go over there. Right now we have this fucking ridiculous thing where I insult somebody or I criticize somebody, and then for some reason my audience goes over there. I'm somehow sending them hate. No. It doesn't work that way. There's people that follow me, that agree with me, that are goofing on you. Man, the fuck
Oh my
up.
god!
And I guarantee
Chat's comparing him to Matt Jarbo.
Yeah. I guarantee. By the way, I guarantee fucking djwheat. I mean, remember all the hate you sent to Mr. Wizard? That's right, fucking because Mr. Wizard of Capcom, not even Capcom, of
That's a lot of money,
SRK
I guess,
was
for a
fucking
person of color.
gatekeeping him out, right? And he was like, "No, I'm not standing by while Justin Wong makes fucking $200 a tournament. I'm gonna get this thing up to where we're making fatality money." And he stood by it, dude. He was a real man. He stood up to this kind of horse shit. There's no such thing as internet harassment. There was just you're a bitch. And now I guess it's more feasible to be the bitch. I mean, I don't understand this. I gotta be personally. I don't get this. The only thing I can rationalize this on is he's got to do this. He's got to suck Twitch's ass. This is the way they operate in this world. And then when he leaves Twitch, he's gonna admit it. That's it. He's gonna admit, yeah, I had to do all of it. That's not who the fuck I am. I mean, Jesus Christ.
The thing is,
How is he not
didn't have to
humiliated?
comment on Destiny's ban. He didn't have to comment about how Destiny's ban has affected him. And he didn't have to make this video talking about how he's been harassed for 8 years.
Wow.
Which I honestly don't believe. Like, I genuinely don't believe he's been harassed for 8
It
years.
is tough to fucking believe that because this is a fleeting thing. I mean, I'm sure it was a big deal when it happened, but
we had to explain to chat what StarCraft 2 was.
What the fuck, dude?
And he is the head of Twitch community.
Let's watch my hero hang himself.
And, over time, whatever, I grew up, it was like not that big of a deal. It's like, oh no.
Well, it's not that fucking big of a deal. Why are you crying about it?
There's clips of me screaming on the internet, like that's nothing fucking new. But I have actually
They had to make him do this.
no issues with creator. I do have a lot of issues with that community.
What's that got to do with hot tubs?
And frankly, there's a lot of creators.
He used to goof on Obama because he said he was going to defund America's Army, the video game. What happened to you, dude? What happened to you?
That do allow or foster toxic communities.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Like, Destiny's community is like tame. Compared to your top guy, XQC. This is total horseshit. They had to make him do this. They had to. You got another clip, you said? Like, holy fuck. Like, what the fuck? This is djwheat.
Fucking like a 7-year-old.
Okay, but
It was fine, and then Steve, I can't believe that, Steve. Like, come on, you're fucking better than that. Jesus Christ.
You guys all have to admit that.
No, Tommy.
He's not that.
This is djwheat. Check your DM.
Dude sounds like he got his fucking balls clipped in this.
That's djwheat. I put on a Discord.
Okay, I'm just not excited about this.
No, old-fashioned, I do not. I think that is a myth. He asked, do you think certain streamers might get treated worse because of personal gripes by Twitch staff? No, I think that's like fucking conspiracy level shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no there's no bias.
Shit.
There's no bias on Twitch.
Well, no, I'm not saying there's not a bias. My argument is still, and I'm still maintaining that he's doing this because he has to.
Yeah.
I mean, what did Destiny mean by the fact that he's Jewish Raw? Destiny has all sorts of insight of what goes on Twitch. I mean, I think they put him up to this. I really do. And I think they told him, fucking, say that he's victimized you. Make yourself a victim. That's the way they operate. That's the way those children operate.
Yeah, it's a Twitch.
And I got to be honest with you. That is wishful thinking. Holy shit. Holy shit. I mean, the only way I win this argument is if he comes out in a couple years and say these people are fucking Nazis. What they'll make you do. I had a kid, I have family, got to pay for it. My entire resume is based on fucking video games. There's nowhere else to go. That I'd accept. But I'm saddened and disgusted.
I feel your pain and agony.
I mean, what's his equivalent to us? You and me.
What do you mean?
I think if Bobby Orr came out and fucking said he was transgender, I think that's the fucking equivalent.
If Bobby Orr comes out and he's just all...
Sorry, everybody, I'm transgender and I'm running with Caitlyn Jenner for California governor. All right? Fucking...
Well, she can't be any worse than what they have now.
That would be crushing.
It's kind of like
actually,
Alice Cooper.
If you look at Caitlyn Jenner's platform, I probably could vote for it. I gotta be honest with you.
I think it's kind of like when Eminem was shitting on people because they're 40 years old and still rapping, and now he's 40 years old and still rapping.
Yeah.
About the same thing.
When I drop this hot coffee pot on Donald Trump, I mean, get the fuck out.
Eminem's sitting here talking about his mother. She's like, I don't know. Look, I'm not saying that you got to get over it really quickly, but it's been like 40 fucking years. How long are you going to be doing this for?
I know. He does look ridiculous now. It's funny because, it is because, I don't know, because Rick Ross got big when he was in his 40s, So, and the thing is, black guys look cooler. Old white guys look fucked up. No, it's true. I was watching fucking, what was it, a 2016 alumni hockey game? All these guys are my heroes. When I was in high school in my 20s, right? They're all wrinkled up and they look like shit. And it's hard to watch, and they're all white. And black guys just look cooler when they get older, I don't know.
All right, before we leave this topic, I was just surprised that so many people are viscerally against this. I don't know, I just assumed it was all a unanimous, hey, we're just going to make the Twitch video just to get a couple views because people get all ragey about it. But I didn't think actual YouTubers held the stance that this is somehow.
They don't. Nobody. You gotta remember the YouTubers. They don't hold any stance. They have to check Cliff Castle's crazy first. This is just like, oh wow, this is going. And I'm not. Don't fucking run to Cabos. I'm sure that's his fucking opinion. But let's be perfectly honest with you. They jump on these fucking trends, these outrage trends. It's all it is outrage surfing, waiting for that big fucking wave. Nobody has an opinion for themselves or anything like that. In fact, some of the guys you were arguing with, though, at least they have I don't know, at least religious principles against it. I mean, they're more sincere than
dumb as those YouTubers.
Well, they might be dumb, but at least it's sincere. And I tell you what, I mean, I don't believe they would look. I watched it with PewDiePie. Okay, Alex. I've said the N-word too when I was playing FIFA. And then a week later, this is unacceptable behavior. It's not okay. In the same fucking month. In the same month. Unfucking believable. At least we waited 8 years to completely destroy me. You fucking jerk off.
Look, I get it. I understand that a lot of people, especially people who are upset about Destiny's ban, feel that these people openly breaking TOS on the website is ridiculous and stuff like that. And people have been upset for a really long time about certain streamers like Alinity and Pokimane for doing certain things like copyright striking and just being all around a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Not watching the content that they're reacting to on stream. Blah 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 blah. It goes on and on and on. But to a certain extent, they're not more problematic than a lot of other people, but they get more eyes on them. And I think that's because people are resentful of Twitch. I don't think it's anything that they're doing. I don't think it's anything that the people are doing. I think when you watch Alinity have a nip slip and get a slap on the wrist or whatever, or when you watch Pokemon do something and not get in trouble in any way, none of these creators like are getting punished by Twitch, and that's like bothering people. And I totally understand that.
I get that too.
Right? And they're taking it out on these hot tub streamers. I totally get that too. There's a sex bias at Twitch.tv. They want women to be front and center on the platform, and
they're willing
that's
to
something
crush
that's
guys.
very unsettling for a lot of people.
That would be fine if they wanted women to be front and center on the platform. It's the fact that they're willing to step on guys to do it.
Yeah, they're willing to make excuses. They're willing to have different judgment calls when it comes to bans and stuff like that. And it's not a behind-the-scenes thing. It's very out in the public.
Yeah, no, I can't argue with that. All I can hope for is, Wheat disavows when he leaves. That's the only thing I can hope for. Because, the problem is, the worst thing about the Wheat thing is this is going to sound crazy. He's known for being like the straightest of shooters. Mm-hmm. Maybe not in recent years, but before Twitch, like he would spit it and say it like he meant it, and then I guess they're paying him really well.
I think most people, when they think about the hot tub streams, see it as like disappointing that it's there and like a breach of TOS that they feel like is related to the Twitch like pushing female streamers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think that most people don't think it's softcore porn ruining the youth. I feel like that's a very small vocal minority of people. Because Willie's talking in the chat, saying that he saw the hot tub streamers were ruining the youth yesterday.
Yeah, that's the same fucking argument I heard from the far right. Who
imagine telling that to Lord Vega?
Yeah, well, it's the same fucking stupid argument I heard with heavy metal and anything sexual.
Well, it's like,
and I grew up with the kids when the hard right was the fucking not the hard right,
yeah,
the right was the SJW. So that's what I grew up with. So I'm used to that fucking ridiculous argument. My argument will be what it always is. You don't like it, turn it the fuck off. Don't like hot tub streamers, don't fucking watch. Don't like don't like gay marriage, don't marry a gay man. I mean, they can't fucking keep their. It's just like if they get in fucking charge, it could be just as bad as these fucking jerk offs are now. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, I saw one person on Twitter was talking to Diesel Patches.
Yeah.
And they said that like this is personally affecting them because it reflects poorly on every woman on the platform.
That's an SJW argument. That's an SJW argument. You can't say these things because it affects me and other minority groups personally. Shut the fuck up. It doesn't fucking matter. Turn it the fuck off.
Quit being a bitch.
Or take it up with fucking Twitch. Don't give me your fucking moral bullshit. Get off the cross. We need the wood. Okay? Thank you.
Like,
I'm just like, take your religion, stick it up your ass. Jews, Muslims, Christians, fuck you.
Well, you can't say it's religion, otherwise then they get mad. They're like, what do you mean? You think anyone who's like defending female rights is about religion?
No,
like these
I just
girls
think your opinion's
choose
stupid.
to do
You're
this.
totally entitled to do it. I think it's completely ridiculous, and you act like women have no agency. Are you
I mean,
going to tell me
Amaranth has to do this to make money? Amaranth is one of the biggest streamers on the site.
Yeah, seriously.
Before this, she was one of the biggest streamers on the site.
Who gives a shit? Oh my god, she's in a hot tub. Oh Jesus,
dude, she had a no shit. I watched just to see it on stream with Boblax last night when she went live. She collected. You know how they bitch at like Augie for playing music before the stream?
Yeah.
For like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
She put a no music, dead silence. A changing into a cute bikini sign on the screen for an hour and 17 minutes and collected donations while she was laying down on the couch in the other room.
Sucker! And how am I supposed to feel? Oh my god, they're taking advantage of stupid young men. Well, so is fucking Las Vegas. It's taking advantage of idiots with fucking gambling problems. What are we gonna do here? Ban everything. Ban. That's the solution to everything. Ban words. Ban actions. Ban fun. Ban fun.
Menthol cigarettes.
Yeah. Ban cigarettes. Ban menthol. Ban. Oh, it works so fucking well in prohibition. It doesn't work. Ban. I'm gonna ban this. You're gonna ban that. I'm gonna ban menthol. It doesn't fucking work.
No.
You don't like it? Start coming to me when somebody's making you watch a hot tub video. Then we'll talk. Then we'll talk about fucking horse shit. Then we'll talk about your fucking religion being oppressed. Can
you imagine like underground hot tub streamers because it gets banned?
Yes. Sure. I can just go right to the porn.
Prohibition, but with hot tub
Oh,
streamers.
God. Ban everything. Oh, that'll just fix the world because it's worked so well in the past. Get the fuck out of here. Who gives a shit what your religion is? I don't.
Enjoy having a miserable life. You wake up thinking like that.
Yeah.
Outraged about absolutely
you're
everything.
just as bad
You
as
end up
the
aging
people
like,
you hate.
like djwheat. That's how you age that quickly.
Yeah.
You wake up outraged at absolutely fucking everything.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Outrage. Jesus Christ. You don't like that shit. And you want to give me an argument that Twitch is fucking having a double standard and hurting other people? Yes, sure. You're going to say this is, Harry Potter's getting kids into witchcraft. If you're going to tell me heavy metal music's making kids kill themselves, that's literally what you're doing. And that's exactly what the SJWs hate. They hate your religion. They hate you. Think too. Can't say the N-word because it's a magical word. Every time you say an N-word, a black person goes to hell. Falls out of sky from heaven. His wings melt off, and he goes to hell. I mean, that's exactly what you're talking about. You're completely
this is like coming off the Lil Nas X thing where everyone was like freaking out all over the timeline.
I'm so glad he
because
did
he
that.
had like satanic symbols in his music video and sold the shoe with some blood on it.
Fantastic.
That's literally like early 90s rhetoric, by the way. Like, we've been
No, not even that. It was pretty much done. It was a joke by the 90s. It was all mid-80s horse shit.
I feel like these people wanted women to have agency until they chose to do porn willingly and they wanted to take it away again.
Yeah, you want to tell me, like, if you want to talk, show me a woman that's saying, hey, bitch, you better get in that hot tub and turn on the fucking stream and there's going to have some real fucking problems. You got that? That's a impressed woman. How much you want to bet that's not happening? How much you want to bet that's it's all those. Well, that means I have to get in the hot tub too. Well, Anita fucking what's her name? Sweet Anita doesn't have to do it, and neither do you. Neither do you. It's going to be a little harder. I admit, tough titties.
You don't get it, Tommy. You can't critique anything that has to do with Catholics or people bring up the fact that atheists use Reddit and they're cringe.
No, it's
so you can't.
It has nothing to do with Catholics. It has everything to do with Christianity and fucking far-right Christianity. That's what it is.
Yeah, but you can't talk about it. You can't say it's a religious thing or anything like that because then they go, oh my God, you're anti-religion? You're like a Reddit atheist. Oh my God. Are you on Reddit? Do you use Reddit?
Yeah.
Caught in 4K.
You're anti-religion. You're anti-me abstaining. Who are you fucking kidding? Satanic panic horse shit. Let's bring it back. I even see these jackasses. Well, Medicare fucking hinted at this one. The satanic panic wasn't really a panic. It was like, what, was it legit?
Dude, me and Willie and Wade
those guys in fucking
stream and take over the meta.
Even those guys in fucking Arkansas that did 18 fucking years for nothing? For nothing? There's no satanic panic? Go suck a dick. Tell that to Damian Eccles, you wacko fucking right-wing jerk-offs. Go look up Damian Eccles and feel embarrassed. Embarrassed. 17-year-old convicted of fucking murdering 3 fucking people when they could find no evidence he was at the scene, no evidence in his house, no DNA. Some jackass satanic panic fucking expert stood in the stand and said, the reason we can't find any blood on Mr. Eccles is because he drank it. And he did 18 years in 1992! You people are just as nuts as the people you hate. Nuts. Crazy. And I hate them all as much as I hate every fucking SJW. Keep your religion to yourself and fuck off.
All right, listen. Okay, now this is the point where I have to pause the stream and tell you that if 8 years from now the devil comes back up and murders half the country, I'm gonna play this clip and I'm probably gonna laugh at you.
Yeah.
And you can't go on your little Twitch job and go, "Oh my God, I've been getting harassment from the Diorio group for the last 8 years." And I'm gonna go, "I remember Tommy as a great shock jock entertainer. I don't know where it all went wrong."
Shouldn't have listened to him. Jesus. I always like that. I always like that because lefties do this shit too. They always say, "Well, I hope you don't end up burning in the charred walls of the damned in hell." Well, thanks. I'm glad you feel that way. That's the same thing with the left. When we argue with a left-wing person, we say, I think this whole thing is personal. Well, if you really think about it, no, I've thought about it. I think this is horseshit. Well, I hope you don't end up losing your job. Same fucking thing. Same thing, different end of the spectrum. You're both as fucking wacky. Wacky! And by the way, I'm no centrist. Not at all. Far from it. Pretty solid ideology, and it tends to lean on the right. So don't give me this horseshit. You're a wacko if you believe in either of those two ideologies. Forcing people and banning people, you are anti-liberty. And if you don't have the strength or the power to resist, that's your fucking problem.
The short word for that is pussy. I mean, that's...
Yeah, or you can go. You can join a fucking, I don't know, some fucking self-help group with djwheat if you really want to. You know.
Yeah, pussy.
Yeah. So, what else we got? Speaking of pussies, what's with this fucking guy? It's 7 minutes though.
You don't even have to play anything. Like,
does this get to the point, Matt Pitt, or should we just leave it here and take some few calls?
So yeah, Carl Jacobs basically got outed because he took a picture with Ice Poseidon, and he basically threw Ice Poseidon under the bus. There's tweets in the post that I sent.
I want this guy to act like a complete. Is there any part in the video where he acts like a complete jerk off?
I think like 2 or 3 minutes in is where he starts like saying stuff like this is trash and stuff, but there's nothing really.
So basically, this guy sucked off.
And once your cringe filter goes off, just turn it off.
So this guy sucked off Ice Poseidon when he was fucking hot. Now that he's not hot, he's preemptively. Is he preemptively pushing off the woke mob? Is that the idea? He's just preemptively doing, or is there some kind of incident that led him to curl his fucking juicy lips around the cock of woke culture?
I think he got scared because Ice Poseidon's banned from Twitch. Ice Poseidon's considered the most edgiest person out there.
He hasn't done shit in 2 years. He hasn't done anything of note for 2 years.
That persona followed him around. He can't drop that persona.
He doesn't look like a math teacher yet and work for Twitch.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but we'll be real. Ice Poseidon's done some crazy stuff, but I
know. I'm saying I agree with all the stuff that he's done, but I mean, my point was, where did this come from?
Fear.
What?
Fear.
Just so out of nowhere. I mean, was there an incident?
A picture of him and Ice Poseidon.
Yeah, so basically, it's just like a random fucking person. Like, you're starting to get, oh shit, they found this, they found this, they found this.
Oh, and then so he got out in front of
it. And they found evidence of him in the chat logs of an Ice Poseidon stream, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, of course, he was on Twitch.
A prominent streamer that
Carl Jacobs, by the way, absolute vagina,
is currently known for a lot of bad stuff, like racism, any phobia you could think of. And I just want to make it clear, 1,000,000% I don't condone anything they've done. I hope that it's
suck
clear
that cock.
That's just not who I am as a person.
Suck it.
It's all racist.
Suck it.
I just never
suck that cock. Suck it.
Kind of that garbage with me because it's just not true, right? And I'm sorry that I'm sorry that I've made anybody feel uncomfortable because I understand that.
How's your transition going?
I went stream sniping, and I just wanted to address that and say, like, honestly,
I am a coward. I can't own. You can sit there and say, like, look, I was with Ice. I like Ice, but I don't agree with a lot of that stuff. And
why doesn't he just say it's true? He's a fucking huge clout chaser.
Yeah.
This guy literally like blew Mr. Beast. Then he
ambiguous.
blew Dream. This guy's like he's the sloppy seconds of the entire community. He shows up everywhere when people are saying
everything is wrong.
He's fucking terrible. And
so
his Minecraft skin has a pedophile symbol on it.
This is what here's what the Christians would love to be doing. They would love a streamer on there sucking their cock. I'm sorry I said bad things about Jesus, and I knew a guy that said bad things about Jesus. It's just the fucking reverse. The lefties are in charge. The commies run shit now. And now you get you're a fucking concentration camp guard. That's what you are. That's what you are. As long as whoever's in charge, whoever seems in power, yeah, I'll guard the concentration camp. I might not agree with it, but I'll do it. That's what you are, Carl. Big concentration camp guard. Get in line, Jews. Get in line. Oh my fucking God. Pathetic. Pathetic people. Boy, I'm a real hypocrite for not going off on wheat like this, huh?
I am sorry that I've.
Yeah. You want to backtrack like
I know I have.
Yeah, you know what? Tommy, take a look at what I just sent you.
Yeah,
all right, pull this up on stream right now. I have to say something to everybody. Okay.
Let me check this out. What the fuck am I looking at here?
Are we on? Is it on screen? Do they see it?
It's going to be on screen in a fucking second. Well, okay, here we go.
Okay.
All right.
Years ago, the FBI released a document of known pedophile symbols. This one is very similar to the little boy lovers logo. Okay, I know what you're thinking, Nick, that's crazy. And it is. But I'm sure Carl Jacobs would apologize for it. I know it's an accident. I know it's just a squiggle. I know it's not any of the things I just told you. But I know one thing. If 3 people were to tweet it at him, this guy would make a whole video denouncing his entire brand. Because he's a pussy, and that's the problem with these people. You don't understand. When you sit here and you cuck to the mobs of people who are telling you to apologize for simply being friends with somebody, or having a Minecraft skin, or telling an edgy joke 5 years ago, you make life harder on all of us, okay? You bring immense pressure on everybody else. And people are saying he doesn't deserve the backlash. No, Augie's right. This guy deserves every fucking bit of it. And people should fuck with him.
I'll even go even further than what you're going. The worst part about this, the most dangerous part about this, is you're telling the authoritarians they're winning.
Yep. Every time. And they're going to keep coming after him. This is he bowed to it. Now they'll keep coming harder.
Yeah, he'd be like Ted Wheeler in Oregon. Why are you still riding 11 months later?
That's a lot of money, I guess.
No, they were going to stop as soon as fucking Trump got kicked out. Get the fuck out of here.
If Mouthy Buddha makes Elite Human Trafficking 4 on this guy and it goes fucking popular, it's his own fault. It's hilarious.
Maybe we can fool him. Maybe we could fool him and send that over there. Yeah. Then send him a picture of fucking, what's his face? Did he have that tattoo removed? Who's the one that Augie fucking lit up?
What's his name? Had this tattooed on his body.
Yeah,
Jeff Holiday. Jeff Holiday had this tattoo.
Jeff Holiday had this tattoo removed, and he put fucking this Minecraft character in his
Dude,
place.
wait a minute. Wait. So this guy just got a squiggle on his body, and people told him it was a pedophile symbol so many times. He fucking had the tattoo removed.
I heard he got it removed. He
did. He literally did.
I felt bad for Jeff.
I remember that. I remember that.
I felt bad for Jeff. I thought that was fucked up what that was done to him.
It's totally fucked. People are crazy.
It's totally fucked. It's fucked 6 ways to Sunday. Oh, sorry, Catholics. I said Sunday and said fuck in the same sentence. Holy Christ.
Yep, you're going to hell.
Yeah. No. Well, you know what? If there was a hell, I bet I'd go. But there isn't.
Could you imagine instead of Ice Poseidon, he took a picture with James Alefantis from the Pizzagate?
All right,
dude. Where's Carl Jacobs with Jeffrey Epstein?
Carl Jacobs with Hillary Clinton holding a pizza.
All right. I want to shout out Cordwit's new video, and then I want to talk with Nick real quick. If you get in there now, we'll do some blitz calls at the very, very end.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Just because I've wanted to kill myself like 10 times.
You are not depressed.
Combining just had me at a really, really deep sense of emptiness to the point that I was going to kill myself.
The fact that she thinks it's okay to do something like this is disgusting.
That depression and mental health issues is the biggest shield in the world.
If this is what I think it is, I think it's fucking the most daring YouTube video that can be done. You think he's going a different angle than I misinterpreted it, Nick?
Because I think it's going to be more of like a understanding mental illness video, and that some people really do go through that kind of thing.
Well, I'm sure some people really go, but there's also I think he's going to talk about the people that weaponize it to silence people, and he might go over that other part too. I think
there are 2 examples I'm pretty comfortable talking about. I think when Zaptai was gone for 2 years, came back with no reason to be sympathetic at all whatsoever, and said like, hey man, yeah, so I did so-and-so this many times. I went to therapy for 2 years. I'm feeling better now. That's obviously different than Susie Liu putting out a comment saying I'm going into the woods and sometimes I wish I'm not coming back, and then uploading a video clickbaiting her suicidal fucking
But this is
take the next day.
weaponizing. The weaponizing is the coptic I want to cover. I mean, this doesn't seem like... I thought he's going a different direction, and he's going after the people that weaponize shit. And I was like, look, I got to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I don't spit at the top of my lungs, but I don't feel much different than Keemstar when it comes to things like mental health and
I actually do.
What?
I do feel different. I think that like there are some people in this community who, and I think where I land on it is that they probably shouldn't be here. I notice people like Gabby Hanna, like Gabby Hanna. If she's saying she is having a mental health crisis, I absolutely believe her.
Me too.
I think people pulverize her into the ground for little things.
Hojin, Susie Lou, no. Let me say that really fucking clear because I didn't say it at the time. I think Hojin made it all up. I think she's a psychopath, and she was the last place she could go rather than admit she wronged somebody. There you go. Susie Lou, same thing. And both of them are in this fucking video. I sure hope he doesn't fucking defend that shit. Because that would be very, very disappointed. But I don't think he is. Land on me, Nick. Carl.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I do think that there are people like Boogie and there are people like Gabby Hanna who are having like such bad mental health crises and stuff like that. Everybody just turns around and says, oh, he's just doing this for attention. Oh, he's just doing this for attention. I think it's pretty clear to most those two people can't help it.
Okay, I want to touch this. This girl apparently fucked this child and
orally, by the way. Orally.
And told everybody that not to call her a pedophile.
Allegedly.
Wait, he did not. All right, we'll try it again. This guy says this girl fucked him. And she
24
put
on the left,
and this is what he looks like
right.
now, but that's not what he looked like when the alleged fucking went on.
14.
He's 14 there, so he's pubescent, barely, but Jesus Christ, not visibly. Jesus Christ. I mean, I've met Italian guys with fucking beards at 14. You know, Jesus Christ.
Could very well be saying racist shit on Call of Duty right there. You know?
So who is this again, Matt? This girl who's cute, actually.
The girl is Senpai.
Yeah,
her name's Senpai, I believe.
That name sounds fitting.
Yeah,
and she's a Smash player, as well as Puppet, the boy, as well.
And she's Smash. So the most Smash players got together and smashed. Is that
this is all starting to make sense?
Yeah.
Well, this was during the big Smash like outing where all the people were saying that like such and such happened and stuff like that.
And she
I think he put out a tweet.
If I remember correctly, this stupid fraud right here was running around. We have to listen to accusers and shit. And then she got accused, and that was the end of that shit.
Yeah.
And now she has put out a cease and desist order against Twitter.
So Twitter's got to take everything down. They could totally ignore her. What are you gonna do? Sue the fucking whole
How the turntables.
I won't say. So this senpai says you can't call her a pedophile. Here's what I will say. She's attracted to very, very young people that don't look like they have reached puberty. That's what I think.
If the allegations are true.
It's if the allegations are true. Well, I mean, believe all victims, right? I believe that kid. Fuck it. She's an SJW. That's the only reason I want to believe it. YouTubers are weaponizing suicide for views. Anyway, the video is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Sniper Lord with the killer. Also, tonight, I want you to watch my Water Got Him video. It's I'm trying to upgrade the news, try to stay away from the X allegations as much as humanly possible. This one contained it, and I danced around it perfectly. You can enjoy it without having to worry. Now I'm going to take some calls, and then we're going to call it a motherfucking day. General on the radio, and we'll see how long it goes. General on the radio. General. Oh, wait a minute. General, go. All right, you're done. Salty. Salty.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? Hello. How can I help you?
I'm good. Just want to say that Twitch is just chatterbait for 13-year-olds.
Is that it? Is that all you wanted to say? Yes.
Oh, also, I mean, I don't really care if they do it, but it should be locked away behind like an 18+ section at least.
Oh, that's the way you feel. I'm not going to disagree with that.
I thought chatterbait was chatterbait for 13-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean,
isn't Pornhub also Pornhub for 13-year-olds?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Well, some people don't like full penetration.
That's about it. Thanks.
Thanks, Carl. Some people don't like that. They like the to be, breasts to be covered. To leave more to the imagination. It's more of a turn on. Doc on the radio. You're on my show, radio wannabe show. Go ahead,
dude. Okay, that Smash allegation. Okay, the picture of that fucking kid.
It's funny,
dude,
right?
Do you know that? Or whatever. Do you know that there's a food reviewer named the Report of the Week, and that guy's fucking face looks exactly like that guy.
The Report of the Week. Yeah, who's that?
He literally looks exactly like that guy.
You're right. $50, America.
Fucking scared the shit out of me.
Thanks so much, Erica. No, he does look like the guy. Doesn't he look like the reporter? What's the Report of the Week guy?
Yeah, if he had like normal hair and then wearing a suit and holding a cheeseburger, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, just look at that shit.
For real.
Yeah,
he made a gaming channel. He plays Smash.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's absolutely. Report of the Week out of context. That guy's amazing. I made a crack about him once. And let me ask you something. I made a crack about him once, and fucking holy shit, did I get his fans up my ass. Holy shit. I mean, it was just a fucking, I wouldn't even felt uncomfortable sitting in front of him. You know, the Report of the Week. The guy just eats fast food and he's skinny. How's that possible? 2.3
I don't know, but he should tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Tell me about it. All right. Thanks a lot for the call, Doc. Appreciate it. I'm going to try to fly through these. Nev, you're on the air, sir.
Hey, Tommy, I got to ask you, don't you think it's a little strange that people are basically forming relationships with their porn these days?
What do you mean by that?
You know, I've been around for a while, kind of like you. And, back in the day, it took some effort to get some pornography. And even when Pornhub and sites like that came around, you didn't talk to them. You didn't donate money and hope that they recognize you. And I find that, they talk about the parasitic social relationship with content creators now. Now it's turned from, something you privately do. Like, I remember back.
I don't think it's any more parasitic than Playboy magazine. It's just done on look, porn is just blown up on the internet, as a lot of industry has. I don't think it's any more parasitic than Hollywood, any more parasitic than anything else out there. I don't think it's any more parasitic than passing around that fucking thing they pass around in church and then telling you to fucking put money in it. How about that? That basket. Oh, put money in the fucking basket for the people, the poor. No, it's for the priests. They're paying the rent,
But nowadays, purchasing porn from OnlyFans is supporting, female content creators. Back in the day when a friend of mine had a stack of, porn mags.
Hugh Hefner got the money, not the broads.
Whoa, hold on. Do you think we don't make fun of people who donate shitloads of money to OnlyFans girls? Do you think that's pretty frowned upon? People don't walk around and go, "Yes, man, I can't wait to donate 20 subs to Amaranth tonight." If you do that in high school,
nobody wants to be called a simp, dude.
Okay, but that's basically against.
They had to ban the word simp from the entire site.
And it's sad because the surrounding conversation no longer allows you to, critique it. I'm watching Trainwrecks in Destiny.
Well, you can critique it. I don't think we're saying that. I just like this more when you go to the immoral, reprehensible angle, when you say that they can't do it or it should be banned, and it's hurting other people with some, slippery slope fallacy. I think that's where I draw the line. You personally can find it disgusting. You personally can think it's it is parasitic. I completely agree with you. Yeah. So what? So's alcohol.
Yeah, but I think we should be able to call it,
I agree. I agree. But calling it one thing and telling me to stop doing it is another.
Yeah, and I agree. But, I think we should be able to say to our young people and not accidentally get recorded and have it be blasted that, we're, putting down independent female content creators that, hey, maybe you shouldn't be donating to, the just fresh 18-year-old so that they say hi to you back.
Well, here's the thing. I have 2 kids. I'm sure my daughter could make a donation that I'm not happy with, but that's on me, man. And if I find, here's what I'm going to do. Same thing when I found my kid buying fucking Rocket League cards, $50 worth, so I figured it out. All right? It's on me. He's not allowed to do it anymore. Same thing with her. Guess what? You're losing your PayPal. You can't do that. That's my PayPal. Yes, I can, because I'm in charge and responsible for absolutely everything you do. So if it's anybody underage that's doing that, that's on their parents.
Yeah.
100%
and then,
on their parents.
Into fresh 18, all these people on Twitter, girls saying, hey, just turned 18, here's my OnlyFans. And as a society, we're not, at least going, maybe you shouldn't do that.
I don't think
it's kind of like
I think enough people are doing that. It's just they're not advertising to them. And they're probably lies anyway. True. If I know fucking
do you have more of a problem with a girl going, hey, I'm 18, here's my OnlyFans? Or do you have a problem with that guy who was following her for 6 months waiting for that day to come?
I would say the guy. because they're just they're not like, oh, the magic
at some point women have to gain
now they're 18.
At some point
they're onboarding.
So I would agree with you too. But at some point women have to gain their own agency, and the federal government says 18.
Well, I remember like 5 years ago, I was talking to someone. I was like, girl on the internet, that is going to be the best career choice you could ever make. If you're not passionate about anything, just do that.
No, it's not. It's not. Watch Boogie Nights.
During a pandemic, it was.
Let me see. Have you ever seen the film Boogie Nights?
No.
It tells you
I'm aware of it.
Everything you need to know. Everybody thought that was a big fucking suck off of the porn industry. It was an attack on the porn industry. It tells you everything you need to know about what that world is like, how it feed even the so-called porn stars, how they are fed on, how they pick on the poor to put them in these, if a guy has a big dick and he's broke, they throw him in there, and they're basically, it ruins their lives, and it takes something very special away from them. That's the one thing about, porn stars that I've noticed, the ones I've known, the ones I've seen. Something becomes jaded about them that they can never, ever get back. I'm actually friends with hookers, too, by the way, because prostitution's legal over there. And yeah, I think we should show that. But when it gets to the point where we're saying, let's get intervention of some kind, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying, like, you could say, look, Twitch, I think that doesn't belong on Twitch. I'll support you all the way on your opinion. I don't really particularly care one way or another if it's on Twitch, but I'll support you. But that's not what if that's what you're taking away, we're talking about, we're not telling you to shut up. We're telling you to not tell us what we can and can't take in for content.
Right.
And I don't take in
and
content
I'm not
anyway.
I'm not for banning this, necessarily from Twitch, although it is a little weird and it's got
shame it. There. Talk to people and say like you don't think it's good, and for whatever fucking reasons you have that, and I support that too. But
it's the surrounding conversation, because when train wrecks in Destiny, who you can tell they don't give a shit about these women on Twitch, and
I don't either.
Like
put me in that fucking category as well. I don't give a shit about these women one at all. I'll just say it. But go ahead.
Yeah. So when they are tiptoeing around, the conversation on, Twitch, on the podcast, where they're like the last of the edgelords over on Twitch, that is emblematic of society at large, where it's like, okay, not against them, doing whatever it is that they want to do, but we should be able to discuss it and say, hey, maybe that isn't the best idea, because just like you were saying, the women can become.
I think if you're talking about this is not the best for Twitch and people's telling you to shut up, I would definitely take your side in that one. Okay, I'm not making that. I'm not making that argument. No, you can talk about what you think is good and bad from the platform any more than I can. I wouldn't. It's just it doesn't. I think the people me and Nick are talking about they're banners. They're pro banning, and that's where you lose me completely. And I'm talking like government type bans or something. If you want to talk what's best for Twitch and that doesn't belong there, okay, fine, fair enough. It did start out to be a video game thing, but it's just one of these things. Like if they break their own rules on this one, I don't care. Porn and sex is going to be sold. It is the world's oldest profession, and no one is going to stop it, no matter how rigid you get. No matter how. And I tell you something, where I learned that the most was Iraq. Sleeping with women in certain parts of Iraq, depending when you are, Afghanistan as well, outside of wedlock can get you killed. All right? Still happens all the fucking time. In fact, it's so fucked up that this is a common saying in Iraq. Boys are for pleasure, girls are for marriage. So you oppress that to a certain point, you might get a result you really don't want. Sometimes you just gotta look for your family, for your relatives, for your way of life, for your religion. That's not for me. That's unacceptable. Tommy, turn that shit off. I'm okay with that. That's you running your shit. Don't run my shit. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with you.
I'm just curious. One question. So if the age of consent was 22 and it was 22 for all this stuff, would you be upset if someone was freshly 22?
Probably not.
So then why don't you rally for a higher age of consent if that seems to be the issue?
Okay.
It's not reasonable.
I understand what you're saying. I think it's the onboarding process of as soon as someone is able to get into porn that we are as a society, and I'm talking about the more progressive types, cheering that on. If the age of consent around the US is like 16 in places, it's arbitrary to some extent, the specific age, but the entire society that is surrounding us, that is onboarding people into the pornography essentially, and no pushback because in a sense, in a
think
sort of
what he's saying. Nick,
sense,
can I help you out because I got to end the show because I got a bunch of stuff to do. I think what you're saying is okay. It's legal. I got to accept that. But can't we can we not encourage people to do this shit? I wouldn't encourage anybody to go into porn business. Again, watch Boogie Nights. That's all you need to see. It's my favorite movie next to Patton and American Beauty. It's like one of the best top 3 movies of all time: Patton, American Beauty, and fucking Boogie Nights. One of the greatest, funniest movies of all time. But that'll get you right when you're thinking about going into porn.
Gotcha.
That'll get you right.
All right.
I mean,
that'll be my homework.
All right, no, go watch it. Go watch the movie. In fact, the guy who made it, Mark Wahlberg, he sort of disavowed it recently, which I was really disappointed because I don't think he understands his own movie. It's a warning. It's a great film, fantastic film. But I get what you're saying. Like, you're afraid that it doesn't become a stigma anymore, and I sort of agree with you. I think it should be at least a little bit of one of some kind. I just don't. I don't know how much. And I don't think you can stop it. You can't stop it anyway, even if you make a law. Let's be honest. You just give the cops more dumb shit to do. Take care, man. Bye-bye. All right, here's what we're doing. We've been talking fast enough.
You want to pull up Willie Mac, Tommy?
No. I'll pull him up at the end.
Okay.
Very, very end.
Okay,
we're going to do super quick, and we're out. Super quick, and we're out. All right?
Rapid
here we go.
fire. Let's go.
So, rapid fire. Here we go. You didn't make it.
Yeah.
Stefan Corbino. Rapid fire. Go.
Yo, don't you find it funny that GTA, Call of Duty, and all that is all accepted throughout Twitch, but at the second that a lady or a guy is wearing a bikini in a hot tub, everyone goes up all in arms and goes like, "Oh, but my kids."
Yeah, why should a 13-year-old watch a 17-year-old game?
Exactly.
It's rated. Why don't they enforce that on Twitch?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's I guess. I mean, it's just fucking. It's all horse shit. Twitch is for adults. Let's be honest. Those video games nowadays. So Throbbing Head, go.
Okay, my first exposure to nudity and porn was actually the futuristic Get
the fuck out of here. Fucking weirdo. Plush man, you're on the air.
All right, so if you don't want to see the hot tub bath stream, just click on the 3 dots and just hit not interested. Boom, done.
Good one. Hero, you're not ready. Get the fuck out. Citroen Hero made. Fletch, want to close it?
What's up, bitch?
You tell me. It's rapid fire. Get the fuck out.
Yes, I actually watch a lot more Twitch than YouTube now, to be quite honest.
Okay.
And that actually does ruin Twitch, and it actually hinders little streamers just like your sorry ass, to be quite honest.
It doesn't hinder me at all. I'm not in the same business. I can't compete.
No, but motherfucker, you don't understand it. I'm talking about just streamers who don't get many viewers in general, because it just takes out the just chatting page and just fucking loads it with shit.
All right, well then fuck.
Why don't you stream a video game instead of just chatting?
Yeah.
Because they only added just chatting because they used to be, if you weren't playing a game for 30 minutes, you get banned. That's the only reason why they added that feature on Twitch.
Okay, so it's popular. Who gives a fuck?
Most streamers start in just chatting before they start playing a game.
How about this? How about they make a hot tub fucking category?
If they made a hot tub category, no problem. It just ruins.
Have you learned to multitask? You can't fucking play a game and just chat in the very beginning.
Dude, they want to interact with their fans. Like, what?
I can interact with my fans just fine playing a Fortnite game.
Listen, why are you always playing devil's advocate about some bullshit? I'm telling you, it ruins the just chatting page because
yeah, I'm telling you, it fucking doesn't. You're an idiot.
I think we're done here. Willie Mac, close it out and hang out. Go.
Oh, dude, I love all the fans of these edgy commentators are now like, you know what? These bikinis in water, man. That's too much.
Yeah, I love when Leafy called that kid a retard, but this fucking boob on my god.
They're like, when Ian tied up a naked guy in the sewers for the Keemstar Exposed video, that was awesome. But this Twitch bikini shit, too far. This is ruining the youth.
Yeah, it's
too much, man.
Yeah, I know.
Like even I'm having like guys that I really like Glink. They're like, he's like, it's just fucking lame that Twitch is softcore porn now. I'm like,
yeah,
no, it's not. It's fucking awesome.
It's actually a softcore porn about statutory rape, Willie.
Hey, dude, Willie, all these 16, 15-year-olds are being ruined by the Twitch page. It's like, bro, you see how much money these girls are pulling in with donos? These are men watching them. These are people with jobs, dude. These aren't fucking kids.
Oh, that's true.
We got tipster written on
crazy
Amaranth's pickle last night.
Oh man, it cracks me up, dude. I just love that like people that are fans of like Augie and stuff are just like, this is too much for me, man.
Well, don't watch. I'm not saying. I'm just saying, don't watch. That's all. Don't watch it. Don't watch the shit. Whatever.
Dude, I fucking love it. It's just the funniest shit.
And I don't want to sound like I don't want to sound like the other guys. Like you can't if like all right, Fletch, I blew him up because he's a douchebag. But I mean, if he thinks it's not good for Twitch, I think that's a debatable.
Hey,
thing.
bro, boobs put you out of business, man. This is the real. You got to be competitive out there.
Boobs.
You could get some implants. You could get some fakes or something. You know,
or you could be funny.
Bikinis.
I don't think you're like. I think boobs compete against boobs. Funny competes against funny. If you got to be funnier, next guy you can outdo boobs.
Look, I saw XQC had 91,000 fucking viewers last night. I didn't see
how big's his dick?
Pull that many.
That guy
big's his dick? Oh, he didn't show it.
Like Nick, I've been put out of business by the boobs, man. Or hold just keep this all out, man. We're fucked.
Dude, imagine on YouTube one genre got so big that views would be down site wide. Like, dude, they're like, oh my god, the homepage is so full.
He's telling you that
our
all the
homepages don't even work. Our trending pages are
all
fake.
The factories moved to China, and you're just laughing at him, Nick. That's fucking wrong, bro. That's fucking wrong.
All the coal mining jobs are gone. Learn the code.
Thank you so much, everybody. Bowbacks, Love Phones, Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come check it out. I'll see you all tomorrow.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence. Devil fight.
You want to be a $10 Patreon on this fucking
identities, okay, you cool.
Give me $10.
Running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me. Head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-Town, the King's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones. Bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to breathe. Here's a headline.
Boobs are evil.